Hello. So I've got a Freelander one Land Rover. It's been giving me issues on the indicator. Yesterday, when I'm turning left or right, the indicators is not working, but the hazards are working. You know. So I thought, okay, I'll deal with it tomorrow morning, which is today. So I went online, checked a few Land Rover forums, Freelander one, and I found an article someone's just posted. You say if the hazards are working, which is this one here, the little switch, when you press it and the hazards are working, the problem could be a relay switch or a relay little thing, inside the fuse box on the front. But another article says it could be, the problem could be this, because if this is not working, the indicators will not work. So I decided to take this out. No, before I took this out, I started my car, pressed that, it was working, and then it stops. It's working and stops, So I keep on pressing it, pressing it, pressing it. Then the indicators left and right started working, and then they stop. If I keep on pressing it, they come on, it works, and then it stops. So I decided to take this thing out to look. It could be condensation inside. Since this is inside the car, lots of shit goes in there, could cause that. And there's a little bit of grease sprayed, a little bit of grease put on this, and that can sometimes spread. And because of the heating on the car and all that, and grease is like oil, just become soft and spread, and dust and all that could make the contact on this switch not connecting properly, or it will make it, the electric won't pass through the contacts because of dirt and the grease. So I took this out of my Freelander. So the indicators are working, flash is working when I keep on pressing this switch. So I thought the problem would be in here. So I've opened it already to look inside. And yes, I think I can see the problem, and I reckon the problem is this switch. So let's have a look. As we can see there, zoom in, see those contacts? It looks a bit messy. See? So, and on the other bit, let's go up. You can see there. See there. So basically, they need cleaning. Someone mentioned that you can spray W40, and W40, I think that could end up causing problem in the future. So the idea is not to remove this grease. This grease is there for a reason. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean the contact using isopropyl alcohol, 99% isopropyl alcohol. Because I repair electronics and everything, so I always have isopropyl alcohol. That's the one, comes in that bottle. It's 100%. So I'm going to dip it, a little bit of this on this here, and I'm going to rub it really nice and gentle, and we'll see what happens. What I don't want is to remove the grease completely because it's there to lubricate the contact. What I don't want to do is to sand it. Yeah, that looks messy. Uh, How's that? That's a bit more clean than the other ones. There's one. So you can see the difference between one clean and the other one. You know, I scraped all the garbage which was stuck on there. I'll clean it a bit more, and I'll do the rest for all of them. And guys, let's solve this problem. See, it's looking nice compared to the other one. I don't know, people use sandpaper. I suppose I don't have sandpaper at the moment. So I just created a little base, and that seems to be okay. Just doing a good job. I have a sandpaper, so maybe I can use that. Okay, the sandpaper. I've got a little special tool here. That one. That will help me sand it quickly. I didn't want to use it, but that's another option you can use to clean this. So I've got a box, a little box here for all this sanding stuff. The one ready here. Just attach that, and then hopefully you can clean it properly. So now I don't have room there for this, so I'll continue scraping. And on this one, I'll use the machine. So just scrape it nice with the dough. Until we get all that nice and shiny copper. Yes, that looks nice. That looks nice. So next one is that one there. Next one is that one there. So I don't want to take the grease out. Can I use this? That's a bit too much, so I'll just continue using this little blade. I think that's better.
see, the grease mixed up with dirt, and that's the problem. And there's a reason why they put that grease there. So if you have the grease, you can put some fresh grease, you know. But I don't have any grease, so this will do for now. And then I'll buy a little tube of grease, and I'll do it. Put some little bit of grease there, because that grease is already dirty. But if I spread it, it's gonna cause the same problem. All you need is this area here. You don't have to do the whole lot, you know. But why not do the whole lot if you're already taking it apart? So yeah, this grease, as you can see, it's dirty. So I can't spread this grease back here because this will cause the same problem. But if you've got a grease, and I think this is a special grease you need, you can apply there to make the contact nice and smooth. Because what the grease will do will stop oxidation. That's what we do, stop oxidation. So I'll do this now. Today is Saturday. I can't go and buy any grease anywhere. I don't have the time, but tomorrow or Monday I'll buy the grease. So see those contacts, they look nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Well, as you can see the difference between there and there. Okay, so I've got this bit here to do. This one here. That grease there looks green. So what I have to try and do is scoop a little bit of that grease, put it on the side so I can reuse it. Or yeah, so that grease looks. No, I think it's just better to use fresh grease. So I'll buy some grease tomorrow and I'll spray it. But for now, I'm trying to be too clever, thinking that I can use the same grease. But if you think about it, that grease is already mixed up with all the dust and everything. So eventually, over time, it causes the same problem. You can use very fine sandpaper. I'll put it somewhere, but I can't be bothered to look for it. The guy would say, oh, maybe it's a relay, maybe it's this, leave your car here, we'll check it. And they'll check it and find out, well, maybe it's not the relay. Oh, it's a switch, you need a new switch. You need a new switch. And that costs quite a bit of money, you know. Wow. These simple steps have saved me quite a lot of money. You can use it in the kitchen, the green thing you used to wash things in the kitchen. Yeah, that will scrub it really, really nice. No problem at all. Oh, I'm happy with that. Yeah. Next one. Just nice and gentle, take the top layer of this dirt. You can see it there on the blade. So remember, you need grease on this one, fresh grease, after cleaning properly, because grease will stop oxidation and stop this copper from rotting. Because when copper comes into contact with oxygen and condensation on top of that, it will rot very quickly, and you don't want that. So you don't want this part to rot. What you need is to put some fresh layer of grease on top, and then that should be fine. But as I said, I don't have a fresh layer of grease at the moment. So on today's Saturday, I don't know when I can get this, so I'll have to order from eBay, and then I'll take it apart and put it on. It's very easy to take this apart, so it's like 1 minute, I'll say. 1 minute is done. There we are. The contacts are very nice and shine. Or at this stage, you can spray W40 on it. W40. And that should help out. So, here we have. So as you can see there inside, these are the pins where you plug the connector. They are a bit dirty as well. You see? So all that can contribute to causing this issue. Yeah, and you can see these ones. You can see these two here. They've got like
dirt on them. You know, all that is dirt. You know, lots of dirt everywhere. So this, I would say, looks really good and better. So now it's this bit here. You just need to clean this bit here. This bit here and this one, just a little bit. And then hopefully it should be right. Well, I will test it and we'll see. It's just these tops you need to clean, that's it. The top bit. No need for sandpaper here because they're not looking too bad. Yeah, just these tops. I think it's looking very clean. What I'll do, I'll try and lift this a little bit. I'll try and lift this contacts a little bit. That's it. So I've got a bit of clean grease here. Put a tiny bit there. Tiny bit there. Tiny bit there. Come on. and tiny bit there. So basically, that tiny bit of grease I've put on top here, when this makes contact with this ones, that grease will spread. So that's just about enough, but you need more, you know. Or as I say, you can spray W40, but the grease will stop condensation, which will cause oxidation and will cause the copper to rot. These coppers, they rot. So if this top bit comes off after you separated with this one here, see the two, this sits like that. Once you separate it, you go the bit, this one, there's a spring here, and sometimes that will come out completely. So be careful to note the position of this, because you might have a problem, because it's supposed to do that, clicking. Yeah, don't put this back on top if this is not clicking like that. It has to click, go in and out and click. So now it's ready. I just put this on and just press down. That's it. It's clicking. So that's good to go. So I'm gonna go outside in the car and we take it from there. So here we are. That's the car. Let's go inside. And there we are. So the fuse box is here, down here. You open that flap, the fuse box is in there. You know, you could check the fuse. I didn't bother. And on the front of the car, I didn't bother. Straight away, I thought I'll start with the switch. You know, pressing it, as I said, it was working, not working, causing the indicator to work and not to work. So the switch, you just, as you can see, there's gaps here. You put something on the top here, not a flat screw, much flatter, and flip it up, and this will come off. So I'm gonna slot it back, and we're gonna see if it's gonna work and stay there. So I don't have something to hold the camera. So what am I gonna do here? Where can I put the camera? Nowhere. So anyway, I try to plug it with one hand, like so. Push it, it should clip. That's it. It's clipped. Push that in. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. There. So if I press that now, you can see here it's working. This was not working at all, or it was coming on and off. So it's working. So now, if I'll test the indicator left or right to see if it works. It works. It works. So I think that has solved this problem. The bulbs, I know they work outside. Everything I checked, there's nothing, it's not a problem with the bulbs. So problem solved. Problem solved, you know. So if you have this kind of problem, indicator comes on, then it stops, comes off, it stops, or this one completely stops, it's not working, first thing, test that. If that one is working fine, keep on pressing, if it works on and off, then this is the problem. No need to go and open the fuse box there, go to the engine there and all that. And don't bother take it to the mechanics. Trust me, this will save you a lot of time and a lot of money, because the mechanics will start opening here, down here, and you know, maybe they'll find the fuse is working, they'll go there, they'll find the relay is working, they'll come and say, oh, you have to buy a new switch. I don't know if you can find these switches now brand new. Maybe you have to buy one from scrapyard or whatever, and it will cost you a lot of money. Your car could be in the garage for 2-3 days, and you know the garages are like, because trust me, I've had a lot of bad experience with this car. I've had everything replaced on this car. So if you have any question, any issues with your Land Rover, try and ask me. Probably I've come across that problem and I'll give you a good advice because of the experience I've had with this car. You know, it's a nice little car. I love it. So thank you for watching. One more test before we say goodbye to this video. It's working. Indicator is working. It's working. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah.